Today, Michelle is going to face her last remaining fear, taking her boys, Matthew and his younger brother Ross, out in public. Tanya takes Michelle into the garden to give her some advice in preparation for her outing to the park. Michelle struggles to control Matthew and Ross when she's out because they run riot and refuse to come back when she calls them.
Going out with the boys is something that fills you with
Fear.
fear. So ordinarily, if you were to take the boys out, you'd put them in the buggy, would you, or not?
They would both go in the buggy.
Right.
They wouldn't last long in the buggy before they start fighting.
Right.
And it's 9 times out of 10, it's Matthew that comes out, Ross stays in. And I'm finding I'm pushing the buggy and I'm trying to separate them and manoeuvre the buggy wherever I'm going.
What we're going to try and achieve today is just that you can walk somewhere, managing them, you can then have a play, you can then get them back in, and then you can bring them back. Come to the chair here. One of the things I was just going to show you, because lots of times children with buggies, what they'll do is they'll kind of do the back arching thing, and you see parents kind of whacking
them in two,
Yeah, there's quite an effective way of getting your child into the buggy, which I will do here. So here's the buggy, you're the child. It's using your shoulder and your body weight, and in effect, I mean, it's difficult because you're obviously not a child and you're more at my height, but in effect you get your child here like this, and as you hold them, you just kind of use your body to sort of maneuver them in like that. Do you see what I just did there? You can then hold them like this, get one round, hold it like that, pull the one through the legs, do them up, and then you just stand back. Yesterday, you know when you went off for a sleep with Ross, which you then didn't have, he was making a big fuss. And I carried him back into the house, and then it was like, what was that? And he was just captivated. And it's just kind of trying to catch your kids off guard. So if he's kind of playing up, you could use lots of distraction techniques. What's that over there? Oh my goodness, who's that? Did you see that person? He had no clothes on. So do you want to practice with me? So I'm having a big tantrum and you want to distract me, so you would go,
look at the bird, or look at the aeroplane, or spiders do it.
Yeah, but how would you do it though? Look at the spider. Look at the spider.
No, I'd be like, look at the spider.
Good, good. Lots of that, of that, and keep going, because you give up quite quickly. I just want you to keep going, keep going, keep going. Just keep them engaged. Goodness me, oh my goodness, what's this? Look at Mummy's bottle, anything, anything. Right, so they're in. So now they're in. And
it'll be fine. Pushing along, they'll be quite fine until one of them does something. It could be accidental, another one will just retaliate.
What you need to do is you need to alternate. So you've got them in the buggy and you've got the situation right, and you've decided you can't leave them to fight anymore. So you'd stop and you'd come down and you'd do all your, I said stop it now. And then if you have to take one out, you'd leave him there, let him, Ross is in there, let Ross scream, take Matthew out, and make it that it's not a nice thing. Use one of these, which is, you know, these child reins.
Yeah.
Which goes on their wrist.
So that would go through there, yeah.
Okay. And you'd kind of bring him round. So it's not so much pleasure anymore that he's got out, but you'd hold him quite close and you'd hold the reins with the buggy. And you'd say to him, you are staying here next to me until you show me you can behave. And then if it happened again, you'd repeat it, but this time you do it with Ross. Would you normally take some sweeties or something to the park with you, or a little treat or something?
Never to the park, but that would be nice for them. So
take your little treat sweets, and they go off and play, and then you say, okay, who wants to have a little treat? You've been playing so nicely. Who can get here by the time I count to 3? 1, 2, 3, and who's ever there by 3 gets a sweet. If they don't get a sweet. Behaviour, consequence. In a clear, assertive voice. Because eventually I want to see you in a shop with your boys doing shopping, and they run off and you say, okay boys, time to go, I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and they're shoot back to the buggy.